bigger than hip-hop.
Yeah.
Back in the days, we used to get this money all type of ways. Things change, but we can't stop.
Right.
Every boy and girl knows hip-hop changed the world, but now it's bigger than hip-hop. Back in the days, we used to get this money all type of ways. Things change, but we can't stop.
Yeah.
Every boy and girl knows hip-hop changed the world, but now it's bigger than hip-hop.
Radio.
Breakfast is over. You been sleeping all day. I know you're hungry. Get you a plate. It's dinner time now.
One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Cut you, got you on the floor. Open your mind now, let's explore. What you think all the guests is for? It's not a game. We ain't playing, baby doll. Sing some more while I check the score. We here now.
Chilling, and it's bigger than hip-hop right here in ATL.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another edition of It's Bigger Than Hip Hop. I'm your boy, Mr. _IBT, Double H Radio. Check me out over there on Instagram. Also, want to thank everybody for tuning in for another edition. You know where we had those high infinite power, healing our people type conversations. And of course, tonight will be no different. In the building with me tonight, no stranger to the show, Cuzzo, of course, documentary filmmaker. We're going to talk about where this joint went and where it's going to. Casualties of war, women in the regime, my people, Yaya McClain. What's good, fam?
Yo, what's going on, man? I appreciate it.
No doubt.
So right off the top, I want to make a quick correction. I should have told you.
Talk about it.
I want to make a quick correction. It's casualties of war, warriors against the regime.
Okay.
It's no longer women in the regime because I have been educated to learn that this is not about a race.
Right.
This is not a gender.
Right.
This is about the government and what they're doing to our families.
Indeed.
And so I changed the name from Women in the Regime to Warriors Against the Regime because there are women that are alienated as well. 85% of the time it happens to men. 15% of the time it happens to women. So I wanted to get that clear off the rip. But let me just do something real quick.
Do it, Cuzzo.
Because I got my camera over there and I got to do it.
Do it, Cuzzo.
Hey, mama! There go that man. What's up, everybody? This your boy, Yaya.
Right.
And this is not the Yasta Mobile Cigar Review. This is Bigger Than Hip Hop. But we're going to go live on Facebook to let everybody know.
Right.
So that they can see exactly what's going down.
No doubt. And we definitely appreciate you. You have definitely took us on a journey with this documentary, man, and it's been dope. Couple of festivals, you matter of fact, in Harlem with my people, shout out to Capes over there, you know what I mean? See our capers, definitely dope. You won the award over there. Talk about that, man.
Yeah, man, it was a blessing and it was an honor for the documentary, for one, to be accepted into the festival.
Right.
But for two, to win the best social justice film.
Dope.
We won for the best social justice film. And also in the Future Film Festival, I was awarded the best director for the same documentary. And man, the documentary is Casualties of War. Tell 'em. War is an acronym. W.A.R. Warriors Against the Regime.
Right.
And it's about parental alienation and corruption in the family law court system in America.
Indeed. Tell them where they can find that at.
Well, right now, man, I'm glad.
Announce it.
I'm happy. I've been working on this thing.
Yes, sir.
For like almost 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 days ago, it was launched live on Amazon Prime.
Give them that name again.
Everyone can go to Amazon Prime and go to Casualties of War. War is an acronym. W.A.R. Warriors Against the Regime. And everyone can watch the documentary. It's worldwide. I want everyone to watch it because it's a documentary about parental alienation and corruption in the family law court system. Basically, in what they call in layman's terms, it's about child support or baby mama drama or deadbeat daddies. It's about all that. And I want the world to see it, because at the end of the day, this comes down to is the corruption that the family law court system is bringing to us and tearing families apart.
Indeed.
And the majority of America's social ills are due to fatherless homes. Yes, it happens to women as well. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the majority of America's social ills are due to fatherless homes. Mm-hmm. And from that comes all types of upset, just atrocities. And we'll get into that later. But I want everyone to watch this documentary, because I haven't seen my son since January. I haven't seen or talked to my son since January of 2018. I'm a 2-time world champion boxer. I'm from New York, Jamaica, Queens. My father got killed when I was 3 years old. My mom's was left to raise 3 boys on her own. And I've been in more street fights and shootouts than one can imagine. But the battle that I am losing, along with all the other fathers in the world, are losing in the family law court system, is by far the hardest fight I've ever been involved in.
No doubt.
And I keep fighting. No matter what, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm a stand-up man, and I'm going to keep fighting for my son, because my son needs to know that his father loves him.
Facts.
And that his father is fighting for him. And his daughter, and his sister, my daughter, his sister, my mother, his grandmother, my brothers, his uncles, everyone.
Right.
And my wife, his stepmom, it's crazy, because my son loves all of us, and he's not allowed to see or talk to any of us. And I can only imagine what that is doing to him,
right,
and the mental aspect that it plays on him. And I got people in my documentary. I got one guy in my documentary that his daughter died. No one told him. And his mother and the mother still collected child support from him.
Wow.
I said, I have a guy in the documentary whose daughter died. No one told him. And the mother still collected child support from him. CPS didn't help. Nobody helped. So this battle is such a ubiquitous problem in the family law court system across America. And I got a guy in my film that it blatantly says, the 15 years I just did in prison, I would not have done if I had my father there to guide me and to give me advice. I have another man in the documentary that says he was being arrested. They had the 2 police officers taking him in custody, saying, "How do you feel? You killed a guy. How do you feel?" He says, "Society didn't let me see my son, so I took it out on somebody that didn't deserve it."
Wow. And this documentary is filled with so many stories of tragedies of families broken. Tell them again where they can get it from.
Amazon Prime right now.
That's what's up.
I need everybody to go to Amazon Prime and Casualties of War. And the war is like it is an acronym. Casualties of War. War. W.A.R. And the war stands for Warriors Against the Regime. Because although I came into this thing, the way I came into it was this. I went to court. My son was 1.5 years old.
Right.
She got a black lawyer that graduated Morehouse, and they stand there and tell me that at 1.5 years old, my son was molested or exposed to sexual activity on my watch. And I almost lost it. And immediately I was not allowed to see my son. There's a thing called the silver bullet. The silver bullet technique is when there is a divorce or separation with a child involved. The silver bullet, they throw allegations against you. they say that you did this, they say you did that, physical, mental, social, sexual abuse. And immediately, you can no longer see your son. Now you have to have supervised visitation. And that's what happened to me. And so immediately it sent me on a journey because I'm a 2-time world champion boxer. I am a boxing trainer. I've trained children from all walks of life. And there's no reason I shouldn't be able to deal with my own son.
Right.
And so this battle that we fight, man, I stay in the fight because I look at it like this. God chose me because God knows that I'm a fighter.
Indeed.
And no matter what, I'm going to fight to the end. I don't care what the consequences, I'm going to fight to the end. Because my son is going to know that... And first of all, my son and I have the greatest relationship. So a couple years ago, we went a whole year where I didn't see or talk to my son.
Wow.
And when I got to go to see him, and he walked out of the school,
right,
and he saw me, he said, "Daddy!" and took off running to me.
I can only imagine.
After a year of not talking to him or seeing him.
Only imagine.
Super happy to see me. And I know that we have that bond between us.
Right.
So no matter what the system does, no matter what the mother does, no matter what anyone does, I know that he and we got a good understanding. We're going to be all right.
Right.
But the documentary is going to help expose the corruption, and it's going to help bring the awareness to the problem, because the world needs to know. Because if the only people crying are the people that are being affected, then it means nothing. But when we got people that have no fight, no dog in the fight, that's how we start making the change.
Indeed.
And that's what it's about. So go to Amazon Prime right now. Everybody.
That's right.
Go to Amazon Prime. Go to Casualties of War. War. W.A.R. Casualties of War. And get the documentary right now. Watch it. Write a review. Send it to somebody else. Write a review on Amazon Prime and on IMDb. And we're going to make change happen. That's the way we're going to make amendments to the Constitution.
Appreciate you, Cuzzo, for coming by, sharing that great news. Y'all heard it first. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out. It's Bigger Than Hip Hop. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Are your phones answered by a voicemail system? Did you know that 33% of callers that receive a voicemail when they call your company will hang up and call your competitor? Let ABS Communications with a live dispatcher be your virtual assistant. In an emergency, let ABS Communications answer your phones 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. ABS is a nationwide call center and can assist you no matter where you're located. Call ABS 1-800-611-3441 and experience the professional services your company deserves. That's ABS Communications 1-800-611-3441. ABSCOMM.com.
Peace and blessings. This is Mama Soul. Breakfast is over and it is dinner time now. Every Friday live on iHeartRadio. It's Bigger Than Hip Hop. Peace.
Yo, it's your man Erg 7. Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. I got it locked right here with my man Jeff Hodges on iHeartRadio's It's Bigger Than Hip Hop.
All right, y'all, we back in the building. As we say, we had those higher infinite power, healing our people type conversations. Tonight, we're going to switch it up. I'm no longer your host. I'm going to fall back, hand it over to my lovely, lovely angel over here, Miss LaTanya Michelle.
What's up, world? It's your girl, LaTanya Michelle. Hey, Jeff.
What's going on?
Life.
Indeed.
You ready?
Over 40 years I've been ready.
So first of all, let me say thank you.
Right.
Thank you for being my friend, more importantly. I have to tell you tell the world how this happened, because you probably won't. Because you are one of those who are quiet and I'm not. And I'm probably a woman version of Yaya. And so Tuesday or Wednesday, I get on Facebook. And we all know that T.I. just released a video called You, T.I. and Teyana Taylor.
Right.
And if you've watched the video, it talks about all forms of abuse. I just watched it for the first time today, and it took a lot for me to watch it. But I get on Facebook, get up in the morning, get on Facebook, and I see all these people posting about the video. You know, like, okay, I'm proud, I love T.I., it's a good thing and stuff. I get to Jeff's page, and on Jeff's page, he's got this big, long post. All right, Jeff was in Black Panther, now he's in T.I.'s video, let me get excited for him. And I begin to read. And as I'm reading, and I'm reading, and I'm reading, my heart is slowly breaking. Because if you know me, you know I support my black brothers, and I love them to death. Right. But as I'm reading, because I'm a good reader, and I pay attention when I read. I don't just be reading. Like, I really get into it when I read. And I'm watching this man who I love and respect share with the world that he was molested. Child abuse, sexual abuse, whatever you want to call it. The fact that an adult touched him at a young age, that right there hurts. But as I kept reading and I realized even more what he's saying, the person that he's talking about, hashtag troybland, is the character when you first turn on the video, the pastor that's in the church that's preaching. That is the character who molested Jeff and others at a younger age. Am I telling the story right?
Oh, no, you're giving
this,
facts.
This is how the facts are going?
You're giving facts.
So, yeah. Wow. So, he played the role really well because I saw the video today. He played the role very well. But here's the crazy thing about it is it's easy to play a role when that's your life. Right. No matter how long ago it was. So, of course, I immediately picked up the phone and called Jeff because Jeff is my family. Jeff is my brother. Jeff is Jeff. Jeff is my Charlie. I'm his angel. And we have a professional relationship and a personal relationship. So you mess with my family, you mess with me. So, Jeff, I called Jeff on the phone. And I'm like, Jeff, I need you to talk to me. Mm-hmm. We've never had the type of relationship where we've always been straight up. And I think that's why we respect each other even more. I don't think we've ever had a time where we just wasn't straight up. And you know.
Not at all. Not at all.
So, Jeff, we went to action. Mm-hmm. We started putting the story out. It is now probably day number 2, day number 3 in this incident. Where did we begin?
Let me see. First and foremost, let me begin by saying no disrespect intended to anybody involved. Anybody that feels like I put the family on blast and any of that type of stuff, let me help you out. When this happened over 40 some odd years ago, we were in the church and, you know, it happened to be from a person that was married to one of our favorite cousins. So my brother and I, who we supposed to be calling in, we made a pact at a real young age that we're not going to reveal this because, one, we didn't want to hurt our cousin. So imagine that, holding that first of all for over 40 years. And then you fast forward, they adopt a boy, he grows up, has boys, and he becomes my friend, and I can't tell him to be aware of his father around his sons because we still protecting his moms. So that was a lot of, trying to figure it out. And, it took a lot. So when I came to Georgia, I was on like a 12-stepper. And I decided, I got to make amends with people who I may hurt and also people who have hurt me. Troy Bland was definitely on that list. So when I came back down here, I went straight to his house, asked him to come aside, and we went in his room. And I told him I wanted to talk to him. And I told him, I said, yo, I remember what you did to me as a little boy. And all he could do was just stare at me like a deer in headlights. So for me, as long as he wasn't denying it and, you know, trying to come up with some nonsense, I left there with some sort of peace with it. Constantly telling my brother that he needed to get his cleansing and confront this beast. So he was, you know, dealing with it differently. And he wasn't really comfortable with all of that, which was understandable. Nobody's really comfortable talking about something of this nature. So the crazy part is people was ranting and raving on my posts talking about the family. And when I put the post out, I never named my brother because I always kept his story to be his story. And when he heard how much people was going crazy and saying how much I ripped apart the family's legacy, yada, 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 he said, yo, you ain't got to go through this alone. Put my name up there so that they know that you ain't the only one. And that family that he's talking about has been affected. My brother's been my best friend since we've been 5-6 years old. We lived practically everywhere, meaning like as neighbors. And no matter where we moved, because we was gypsies, according to my grandmoms, and so were they, we would always find each other. We had this magnetic bond, and I hold the bar high when I say friendship. I be referencing this dude right here. So when this all got to the part where, you know, we would always talk about it, dealing with it, counseling each other. We never let nobody know. And one day he hit me. He was like, yo, did you see the new T.I. video? I was like, nah, man. Send me the link. You know, I'm so busy. So I missed it that day. And the next day he was consistent. I'm like, yeah, this must be something to check out. I see the video and lo and behold, I ain't gonna lie, man. That was a slap in the face. That was a real slap in the face because, one, you never owned what you did. And two, you decided to take a role that played you out in reality to the T.
Let's pray.
Like you the preacher of the church that we all came down here from.
Wait. We didn't even tell them that story. Let's go back for a second. So, all of you guys are from New York, including Troy Bland.
Right.
You guys all went to church in New York.
Right.
And he opened a church in New York.
Nah, our pastor originally, God bless, she's from Macon. In our church, we all moved down here, and we was kids. And we decided we didn't like the country life, my brothers and I. So some of us stayed up here in Atlanta. That's how I found my career as a vet tech in the animal field.
Wait. But when you were younger, he came from New York and started a church?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
So my pastor passed on.
Okay.
My sister pastor, who's my godmother, ran the church. She passed on.
Okay.
And he and his wife began to run the church, and they are the pastor and the first lady. Now,
Oh, okay. So he's still a pastor.
yeah, but he really wanted to be an actor. That's what they always would tell him, like, yo, go to Atlanta and be the actor and, live that lifestyle being gay. And that's nothing against them, but those closet people give y'all a bad name.
Okay, wait. But we don't know for sure.
We know for a fact. Let's cut the jokes.
Okay, so we know for a fact.
We know for a fact.
Okay, so we're going to go back to him wanting to be an actor. And, of course, he's known as an actor in this area.
Yeah, y'all know him.
Right, they love him. He's well respected as an actor in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And, and evidently he's on video on T.I.'s new video.
Right.
So, okay.
So, when you told me you knew him, that was a shock. And then
How do you think I felt?
I know. And then you told me your people knew him. So that was confession number one, when he confessed to your people. Still a disappointment because he didn't take the time to reach out to my brother and I. Then my brother started reaching out to him. One by one, he started telling him it was the truth. So
here's the interesting thing about all of this. Where I respect him, he's not denying it. He's not denying it.
Well, now he's cornered like a rat. How can he?
Well, most people lie all the time. People lie all the time. So when I say respect, I'm not saying a lot, just a little. The fact that he has admitted to several people that he's done it. So now what? What is the next
You know what's
You know
funny?
what? Let's go back. You know what? Let's go back because we're talking about the molestation and everything. And there's a lot of people, especially a lot of men who have been molested, touched, or whatever. And they live this life as men, and they're confused, they're hurt, or they hide these secrets, either to protect themselves or someone else not to think that they're gay or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it's just time for them to be able to be free and to open up their mouths and to speak and to talk and everything. And I'm going to ask you this. How do you feel? How did this make you feel as a man? Because you're a hardcore man. I just want you to know that. You're one of those manly men that I talk about all the time. So how did this affect your life?
It didn't affect my sexuality. It didn't affect my thinking and questioning in regards to that. But it definitely affected my dealings with peoples, my interactions. Like, you can't talk to me and touch me because I'm damn near jump out my skin to slap shit out of you. I don't like people to touch me.
Michelle. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Yeah, and I can see you. It all makes sense now because you have a very protective spirit, and you don't let people in your space.
Exactly.
And when I was asked about your character, that's one of the things that I said. I was like, Jeff can pretty much tell me anything and I'm going to believe him because Jeff doesn't say a lot of things. Jeff is very particular about the people that he put in his circle and that he communicates with. And he sticks to himself. So for him to say something this powerful, Jeff is not just talking just to be talking. That's not Jeff.
You know, I'm looking at my live and I see some of the younger generation from the church. And I know for a fact that some things went on and they still talking and they usually whispering. You don't have to be afraid no more. Y'all can say what it is. Y'all can tell him. He can't hurt you no more.
He can't touch you. He can't. Not now.
Actually, for him to do what he did, it's like it was so much weight on his shoulder. If y'all look at the video, the preacher gets shot in the head. Psychologically, he knows he needs to be popped in his head.
Right. I watched the video, like I said, earlier today for the first time because I couldn't watch it before. And it's like a confession. To me, It's almost like he's been living a prison. He's been a prisoner in his life for so long. And it's almost like he's ready for it to come out. Because who in the world would be bold enough to be that disrespectful to think that all the people that he's touched, because it's more than you and your brother.
The list is growing, unfortunately. The list is growing.
So who would be that dumb to make a video,
you know what?
knowing that you guys live in the same area?
I don't know about that. I think more that's being his confession, like you said. But I think in retrospect, I look at our environment, how it was all set up. You know, we was in that house, that was the house in the community that everybody went to. Some kids couldn't go home. Some kids needed a home. And these people, you know, they took them in out of love. And this person just preyed on them because of the environment, the way it was set up. So there's so many people that we look back and their changed behavior and who he has been really close-knit with. Like I said, y'all can come on out. Y'all ain't got to hide no more.
So, we're going to give you the number to call for those who are ready to talk about this, those who's ready to confess, ready to share their story. 404-603-8770. You don't have to say who you are. If you choose to, you can. This is really a safe zone, and at this point, we got to get as many people out to talk about him as possible. It's time.
You know what's dope? I like the fact that, you know, there's a lot of conversations that's been had since this post and this information has been exposed. And if nothing else, for me, that starts the healing process for a lot of people. Because not being able to tell your truth, not being able to stand on your 10 because something has been done to you and someone has somehow taken your power, you take your power back by confronting that beast. And you don't have to feel like that no more.
Do you feel like you have your power back?
I came back to Atlanta and went straight to get my power back. Like I said in the post,
So when you sat,
that's verbatim the conversation, the experience. He sat and stared at me.
So just to look at in his eyes,
Let him know.
that just was basically you knew that you had won.
Yeah. You don't get to keep the power.
So tell me, what was that experience like when you sat and watched that video for the first time?
Yo, that was a slap in the face. That's the first thing comes to mind. Like, wow, how dare you? You got the audacity to literally play out what you've done to several people.
And you know what? It's so crazy because we as blacks, we talk so much about depression and the things that we deal with now. And he just opened up a Pandora's box for so many different people who basically have found a way to close it.
Let me tell you something. He has opened a lot of boxes because there's the realm of the religious aspect.
Wow.
Him being the preacher to so many people and them looking up to him and respecting him.
Wow.
Then there is the
secrets of us black families that we go to our graves with, knowing dang well that we will sit there and we will share R. Kelly and dog R. Kelly and stuff, but it's happening in our own households, and we're not saying or doing anything about it.
I definitely want to say to his wife, I don't need to say her name, but he did this. I held it over 40 years just to protect you on purpose.
So he hurt his wife too, because he's the one who confessed.
He decided to put it in our face, like we wasn't gonna see that, like we wasn't gonna react or respond to that. And to your boy T.I., check it out, man, before I no longer become a fan, yo.
Right.
I really love your work, but I'm really at a point now you need to make a decision. You need to recast, pull that down and recast.
Right. Take him out of there.
He is an admitted, confessed
pedophile.
And the list is growing. I don't think you want your project to be attached to that.
And I don't think you want your kids to be. You got kids in this video and everything. And I have to be honest. I'm a big fan of T.I., but T.I., you boycott everything else.
Everything else.
You boycott.
This is bigger than Gucci.
Else. This is bigger
than Gucci.
This is bigger than Houston's, and this is your project, T.I. Come on. This is your project, T.I. You are that one that we know that can stand strong. Either you, Killer Mike, or David Banner. It's in your living room right now. We need you to do something.
Because I'm going to be such a pain in the ass. You don't know, my persistence is so ill, kid. Check my record. I'm going to be on them posts, in them boxes, pushing Mrs. Thomas, as I told you, the importance of this, until I become a nuisance. I can't even imagine someone presents something of this nature to me and I just sit on it. So, yeah, I'm going to be a pain in your ass until you do something.
If you're out here and you want to share your story, the number is 404-603-8770.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. It's bigger than hip-hop, baby. We'll be right back. Are your phones answered by a voicemail system? Did you know that 33% of callers that receive a voicemail when they call your company will hang up and call your competitor? Let ABS Communications with a live dispatcher be your virtual assistant. In an emergency, let ABS Communications answer your phones 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. ABS is a nationwide call center and can assist you no matter where you're located. Call ABS 1-800-611-3441 and experience the professional services your company deserves. That's ABS Communications 1-800-611-3441. ABSCOMM.com.
Hey, this is Roxanne Shante, and I just want you to know it's bigger than hip-hop, so stay tuned.
Hey, what's up? This is your girl, Selena Johnson, and breakfast is over. It's dinner time now, baby. Every Friday, live on iHeartRadio. It's bigger than hip-hop radio.
What's up, Skybox, David Banner. It's bigger than hip-hop. Breakfast is over. It's dinner time, baby.
And we back.
With Back. It's bigger than hip hop. What's up, y'all?
What up?
So let's continue. We have a phone call, right?
Yeah, I got my peoples.
Is he on?
What's going on, Big Arch?
Oh, that's you, Jeff?
Yes, sir. That's me. Everybody, let me introduce y'all to my brother and best friend, Archie Walker.
Hey, Archie.
How you doing, man?
I am doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
So I have to ask you, what was your reaction when you first saw the video?
Well, actually, Jeff saw the whole thing before I did. My daughter was showing it to my wife when I saw a clip of it. And I thought I saw the clip, and it disturbed me. And that's when I text Jeff. I was just trying to get Jeff to watch it. Because I know how he is. He got a temper.
So is that kind of like the big brother that protects you?
Sort of like that.
Exactly. And look at this.
So
every time I told a story, I would tell it like to my brother, I tell it to my mother, or either I tell it to one of our friends. I always put Jeff's name in it. Jeff never liked it that.
Wow.
He'd always laugh and tell me, hey, why you gotta always include me? You know, he'd never get mad, but he told me to stop doing it.
Except this time, you needed to do it, huh?
So I figure he see this video that would set him off. And it did.
And it did.
Yeah, but when I first saw it, it bothered me. It bothered me a lot.
Man.
So, and it wasn't to the point that I was mad. I was more disturbed than anything. So I had already told people years ago. So they can't say this is a story that's just been made up. I done told people in my family years ago, 4 and 5 years ago. I told my wife probably over 30 years ago. So, you know, it's not like a story that's just been made up. And then Jeff just found out about it probably about 10 years ago that we both knew about it, that it happened to both of us. And sometimes we would just joke about it, but then, you know, we knew it was a serious issue. But the way we dealt with it, we joked about it. It was more like a therapy for us. So, you know, you got any questions, you can get ahead and ask me.
I can ask you anything I want to ask you?
Yeah, you can ask me anything.
Okay. Because, you know, in order for this to really have the effect that we need it to have effect, you guys are going to have to tell us what happened.
I can tell you what happened.
Please do. Please do.
Okay, like, now I'm in my house, and there's a room downstairs.
Wait, about how old were you?
13 or 14.
Okay.
And that made him, he's 5 years older than me. So you add that on to either 13 or 14. He's 5 years older than me.
Okay.
So I'm asleep on a couch in my house.
Wait. Jeff is 5 years older than you, or Troy is 5 years older than you?
Troy.
5 years older than me.
Both of us.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh, so he was young. Okay. Go ahead. Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
I fell asleep by myself. When I woke up, someone was playing with my penis, and it was him. I jumped up. He jumped up behind me, begging me not to tell no one. Because he was having his trial sermon the next week. But that's not why I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody to protect me.
Right.
I didn't want nobody to think I was gay.
Right.
Now, for all the people out there that's gay, I mean, that's y'all. I just think it's unnatural. I have no problem. People in my family gay. I don't have no problem with it. I just know it don't produce nothing.
So did it just happen once?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's my story right there. The reason why I didn't tell nobody, I didn't want people. The first person I ever told was my wife. That was 30 years ago.
Wow. You want to share your story?
You know, the crazy thing is I can't give no details. The reason being, one, he was such a manipulator. And I say that because to this day, I don't know why he was massaging my back, first of all. It would have made sense had I had these car accidents like I got now.
Right. The stuff that
I'd have let anybody
now, right.
massage my back.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
I didn't understand that part. And we were in the attic of the same house that Archie's describing. And he started touching me, and I remember froze, and I passed out. I literally passed out. That shit shocked the shit out of me. I just passed out. And I don't know nothing. That's it. I don't know nothing. But I know he was doing stuff to me before I passed out.
Well, Troy, you know, here's my thing. I'm one of those people I'm a spiritual person.
Right.
So I understand forgiveness. We all have done some dirt. We have done some dirt. He was young. You know, people change. Okay.
You know, I'm big on change, definitely.
Change is good. We all have changed. We've all been through some stuff.
Right.
However, I'm stuck on the fact that he felt that he needed the attention so much that he wanted to go make a video where he played a character that he played in real life. Like, that right there, it just don't make any sense. Like, he could have got away with this. He could have got away with the pain that y'all have been through and y'all suffered, but he decided to be a star in a video? Mm-hmm. You needed attention that much? You about to get it, Troy. Welcome, Troy. Mm-hmm. Hashtag troybland, y'all. So what we gonna do? So we did the research on New York.
Yeah, we about to get out of New York.
So can he get arrested, or does we just get him on a file?
We're going to find out all the particulars, but from what the law is reading, that there's no limitation. So that starts the ball right there. It's just a matter of reaching out, being we so, down here in Georgia, we got to make, maneuvers for all this.
Yeah, because Georgia got some crazy rules, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably about how old now?
About 60. What'd you say, Arch?
He's about 60, Arch?
Okay, if I'm 50, I'm going to be 53 in November. That means he's going to be 60. He's going to be 58.
Okay. Now, do you guys still see him? Have y'all seen? When's the last time that you've seen him, Archie?
Let me share some of his sick behaviors. Knowing he's done what he's done to the both of us, we no longer, a part of that church. But because it's more of our family, we have attended certain events. And this dude would have the audacity to want to still put his hands on us, literally, to pray for us.
Pray for y'all.
Yeah. So this is how sick he's living in that. Knowing what he's done, he's still trying to portray a real preacher, like he's going to pray for people.
Okay, before we run out of time, Lord have mercy. Let us pray. You guys have, now the conversation has started, and you have other people who's confessed to this. The last time y'all check about how many number of people have confessed to this right about now that's been touched or affected by hashtag troybland?
I put it to you like this. I know that there's been another brother. There's somewhat of another nephew. Matter of fact, 2 nephews. One actually virtually confessed in this little comment rant, saying that he was also affected by the same people. So, like I said, there's going to be more people coming out. They're going to tell a story.
Is it just boys, young men, or men?
That's interesting. I don't know.
I think it's just men.
So far it's men. It's just men confessing
right now.
So that's why you guys think he's gay? Is that why you call? We're not gonna talk about that. That's not a fact. We don't know for sure. He could just, I mean, I'm just saying, I like to speak on facts. When I'm doing my stuff, we talking facts. So right now we're talking facts. Hashtag troybland. So his Twitter page has been suspended.
Yeah.
His Instagram page has been suspended.
Yeah, I was going hard, y'all. I was going hard.
So what's next? What do we do next?
Like I said, the court's next. That's it. The petition to court. That's the next step.
So what about all these movies that he's in? What about these stuff that he's got going on? Are we like pushing those people?
Right now, my focus is T.I. Y'all want to push? Y'all want to help to push? That hashtag is right there all over my wall. No molesters allowed. Recast preacher. Y'all see it. Let him know that is not going to work. Y'all are watching a pedophile being celebrated. I don't know. Somebody said maybe T.I. knew. Maybe he didn't. Because I know how the industry go. I know that they will try to take your real life experiences and use it to benefit for $1. I know somebody killed their husband in real life, and they're artists. And I know people have tried to make her make videos to imitate what she's done. So I'm not surprised at this right here. So I know that somebody, because this is not by coincidence that you have a part playing the preacher and the molester, your whole self.
Right. No acting required.
None at all.
You can't win an award for this one. Sorry. Y'all voting for him on these awards? He better not win. He better not win.
I think it was more
troybland. Hashtag troybland.
What you
Troy
say?
Bland.
What you say, Odd?
So
I think it's more of being part of the universe idea of things coming around. Mm-hmm. You know, Jeff probably remember our old pastor used to always say, a lie takes 2 minutes to get to you, but the truth go all around the world. But when it gets there, it blows up in your face.
Yes, yes, that is so true. That is
so
true.
But my thing, him being exposed is good enough for me. You know, I really, that's the thing that I wanted people to know. I mean, I was talking to a friend that grew up on his block, and I was telling him that he was gay and all that stuff. He didn't believe me. Then he started thinking. He said, "Well, I never saw him with a girlfriend." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You keep thinking about it. It's going to come to you." Now, to be honest with you, this I don't know if Jeff told you, but he's married to my cousin.
Yeah, I told him.
She told me. He told me.
Yeah.
So my thing is this, I never told people. I told you before to protect me, but when I started telling people, and I told my aunt not to tell nobody because I didn't want to hurt her.
Right.
But you said the thing about forgiveness. I know that nobody even asked me to forgive them. Nobody even told me they were sorry.
Right.
So, and my forgiveness only goes, I'm like this, I only got a certain amount of forgiveness. And that certain amount of forgiveness is for my family. I don't forget, because if God wanted me to forget, He's going to give me memory.
Wow.
So my thing is this, he's exposed. And it's going to get worse and get worse. I don't think nobody got to do anything.
I don't either.
It's going to get worse.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think everything. I think what needs to be done has already been done.
I think so.
I think the damage or whatever, it's already done. I mean, and he did it. He did it.
Exactly.
Nobody else did it. He did it. We just pushed it. He did it.
Yeah, because he could have. I mean, there are two things he could have did. He could have talked to us years ago, apologized, said he was wrong. But me and Jeff had already dealt with our ghosts.
Right, right.
The second thing he could have did was not do the video.
Right. That's
the
that's right there. Like, even if he would have apologized, he still should have never did the video. That's him.
Why would you do that?
So we have a few minutes left. So both of you guys and we're going to go to the black man because I got to add that in there.
Oh, go.
Being the black man that you are who's experienced this, what would you say? I mean, what do you say to the men who are still dealing with this, who are still struggling because they're ashamed and they were victims?
I know one thing is you need to have someone you can, like I'll describe our relationship, someone you can definitely rock out with. And that'll take some of that off, because if that's your dude, he ain't going to make you feel no worse than what you're already feeling.
Right.
And the coincidence of it being that we're going through the same thing. But more importantly, I think that counseling is a necessity. And I'm a big advocate of that, because that situation made me a very angry person and very destructive and suicidal when I think of ways I drive and how I drove, rather. Just in subconsciously, like, dealing with it. So, yeah, I'm a big advocate for counseling and having a support team.
Do you still deal with depression, dealing with that? No. What about you, Archie? What would you recommend?
I recommend, first of all, anything that you hide is going to come to the light anyway.
Right.
Even if you're not in the wrong, it's going to come to the light anyway. So I recommend trust your family, tell your family. And that was my big part, When I saw my kids growing up, I told them. It hurt me to tell them, but I told them.
I like that.
I even told my daughter's boyfriend, who she have a father with, just to protect my grandson.
I like that.
So I told people that I didn't want to tell, but I felt I had to.
I like that.
So my thing, I'm not a religious person. And I tell people say, the house of God. I'll tell you what the house of God is. The house of God is right in the middle of your family. That's where the house of God is.
Yes.
So trust your family. Talk to them. I mean, my older brother Tony, helped me a lot. Jeff, helped me out a lot. Because sometimes when things are serious and you can joke about it.
Right.
And me and him joked about it a lot of times. But it's something that was hurting to us.
Right.
But it made me feel better, made me feel stronger when we joked about it. When we both laughed about it. If I said something that was a joke, that was insulting to him, and just by him laughing back, gave me energy.
Hey, yo, you hear me?
If he said something to me about the situation,
oh, man,
and I laughed, and he laughed, it gave me energy.
Oh, man.
I'm quite sure it did the same thing to him.
Oh, man.
Love it.
You hear me? You know you don't be up this late. First of all, I want to thank you for calling in. Stay on the phone. Let's see what this caller's got to say.
Don't hang up.
Caller, what's your name and what's your question? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. What's your name and what's your question?
Hey, this is T calling in from Atlanta, Georgia. So,
hey, T.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Listen, this is very sad. I'm listening to this story, and I think it's very sad, but I think that this man does need to be, whatever you guys plan to do, it needs to be done, because there's so many other men and women that are out here like that. Mind you, I have a pastor in Maryland. I'm not going to say his name, but if I say his name, I'm not going to say his name, but listen, I know a pastor in Maryland right now that molested his own two sons.
Say his name. I'm from Maryland. Say his name.
Oh, girl, I can't say. I got to tell you off air. Off air.
Say his name.
This pastor molested his two sons in Maryland. I'm from Waldorf, Maryland.
Oh, my gosh, that's where I'm from.
This pastor molested two sons. Not only did he molest his two sons, he slept with over 20 women in the church. Even he was sleeping with people he was doing marital counseling to the husband and the wife. It's pathetic, and something needs to be done. It's pathetic.
And you know what? You said it right there. Something needs to be done. You need to put him on blast. We thank you for your call.
Too many pastors out here.
Yeah, put him on blast. Think about them babies. Think about them babies. Put him on blast.
2 minutes.
Put him
It's
on
2
blast.
minutes.
Thank you for calling.
Thank
you, sweetie.
It's bigger than hip hop, baby, and it's definitely bigger than hip hop. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. Definitely want to thank my girl, Tanya, stepping it up. Appreciate you.
What's up?
Appreciate you.
That's what I do.
Thanks, Arch, for calling in. I know it's time for you to go to bed. Appreciate it, kid.
Thank you, Arch, for sharing your story.
He done went to bed on me.
He done went to bed,
Old timer. Yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I hope somebody gets some help.
He will.
Yeah. Come talk about it real quick. Yeah, real quick. Tell them.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This Yaya. And every time I speak, because this is such a crazy problem with suicide, and I just want everybody right now that's listening to raise their right hand right now. Raise your right hand, and when I say my name, put your name. I, Yaya McClain,
Jeff
Tanya Michelle,
will never commit suicide.
Never ever commit suicide.
One more time. I, Yaya McClain,
Tanya Michelle,
will never commit suicide.
Ever commit suicide.
You heard it first, right here.
Yeah, we got to keep that going. We got to keep that going.
Baby. Hey, yo. Ain't nothing
Even
wrong.
hashtag troybland. Don't commit suicide. Just get help.
Yeah, just get help. Homie.
Get help.
I ain't mad at you. That's too much weight to carry.
Right.
I already carry
right.
enough weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Get help. Get help.
Until next time, family. Hey, yo, let me tell you real quick what we doing over here. Every Friday, 10 p.m. on iHeartRadio, y'all can check out my people over there, Mrs. Shauna. She's back. That's right, with her show called The Come Up every second Friday. Wait. Every first Friday. And then on the second Fridays, y'all can also catch Mix Madness Show with DJ Rampage. You know, that's Busta Rhymes DJ. They definitely syndicated, rocking with us. And that third Friday, y'all can also catch your girl, Cheryl Underwood, with the Last House Party. And then for the last Friday, your boy will be back in the building as usual. Until next time, family, stay up. I hope you got enough of this right here to go have those conversations.
Casualties of War on Amazon Prime right now, y'all.
Y'all heard that? Go snatch it up. Peace
See
and
y'all.
love, baby.
Peace and love, family. You are listening to It's Bigger Than Hip Hop Radio. And it's presented like a jewel. Enriching, encouraging, and engaging our youth. Here on iHeartRadio. With influential guests such as Susan Taylor.
We're a community in crisis, and we have to step up. We have to stand up. We have to speak up. We have to work together.
Jasiri X.
And then because we have Facebook and Twitter and we're able to share this information, the information is getting out there more.
Dr. Julia Hare.
Because we live in a racist society, and you can get arrested, black boys, for walking while black, thinking while black, driving while black, and anything you're doing while black.
Dick Gregory.
I can go and tell you why this program you have is so beautiful. That one, truth don't never have to be validated.